Hello friends, welcome to my channel if you're new, or welcome back if you've been here before. It may have been a little bit of a while since you were last here. It's certainly been a while since I last made a video, but thank you so much for joining me. Today is the 30th of September, so we are officially in autumn, and you can certainly tell if you're in the UK. It is currently chucking it down outside, pouring with rain. To be honest, I am an autumn girly, so that is just how I like it. I love it being so cozy inside. I've got my jumper on, so I am certainly ready for autumn and ready to do some autumn crafting as well. So the pattern I'm going to be working on for the next week or so is the Autumn Ghost Plushies, and that is by Annie Caraway Art. You may have seen that she did the viral loaf cats. I know that I certainly jumped on that trend. I will show you just one moment. So I certainly jumped on the loaf cat trend. We got the little kitty cats here. I really love these. These are actually going to be gifts for people, but they should have had them by now, so I should be fine to show them in this video. But yeah, if you've seen these loaf cats before, it's by the same person. I will put a picture on screen as to what they look like, and they are so stinky cute. They're so adorable. So to make this pattern, I've actually bought some new yarn that I'm going to be trying out for the first time. This is Burnout Blanket. I've seen a lot of people on YouTube and on Instagram use this yarn, so it's had some good reviews, and it is also what is called for in the pattern. So I thought that I would give it a try for the first time. This would be perfect to make my little ghosties. So we've got that. I've also bought for the first time some 16mm safety eyes, and I don't know if you can see, but they've got like little glitter in them, and I think I did actually set one up already. So there's a green one for you to see. So it'll have a little bit of sparkle in the eyes, which I'm really excited for. We will see how that goes. And I do also have some other kinds of yarn to make the little hats and accessories that come with the little ghosties. Ones that I definitely will be giving a go are the bat, the cat pumpkin hat, that looks really cute, the frog one. I think mainly the hats, like they just look so cute. So yeah, I'm hoping that I can get quite a few done with this size skein and with what was put in the pattern. I worked it out. I think I'll be able to make about 5 ghosts with this. So yeah, come along with me, grab a cup of tea, get cozy, and if you're working on a craft project, whatever you're working on, let me know, and we can kind of sit, hang out and work on them together. Okay, so I've had about an hour to sit and crochet, and this is the progress that I've made. My first little ghostie's almost done. We've got the little arms here, and I've just done the frill around the outside. So this is a really nice pattern to work up. Don't get me wrong, I'm pretty slow at crochet, but yeah, it's really nice to work up, and also the Burnout Blanket is really nice to work with as well. With this kind of plushy yarn, sometimes it will fray, and especially if you need to frog anything, it all ends up kind of coming away, but literally none of it has started to fray. And Lily's here. Hi Lil, are you okay? You ready for bed? She's just been lying next to me whilst I've been crocheting. She's my little crafty bud. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there for tonight. It's looking like it's got a bit of a square head at the top, but it will, when I put the stuffing in, I'll kind of round it off a little bit. But yeah, I will check back in with you guys tomorrow. Hello. So I am back for day 2 of crafting these little ghosts. Excuse my attire, I'm very snug and cozy in my hoodie. My next step for this little ghost is to add the face. So I'm going to be adding the safety eyes, the smile and the little cheeks. there we have the little face that I've put on. Ain't she cute? Really cute. So next I just need to put in some stuff in and close her out. Hello, it is now day 3 of making the crochet plushie ghosts, and we have pretty much a finish for one. Look at how stinking cute that is. I am genuinely obsessed. I got a little bit confused with the pattern, aka I didn't read it properly, and it turns out that with the ones that I'd shown you previously with the hats that kind of cover the whole head, they're not actually made like this and then you put a hat on top. The top of the head is actually the colour of the hat, and then you add a brim around the edge. So that means that this one can't be one of those ghosts. It's got a little bit of a different pattern around it. It's got different sections. However, I still really like this one. It is quite nice just to have a plain one to get me started as well, just so I can get to grips with the pattern a bit more, especially because the bottom did get a little bit more complicated. It wasn't too bad though. And there is actually some little hats that you can get, and you just sort of attach a little hat on the side. So I think that I will make one of those for this one. I've decided to go for the witch's hat that looks like this. However, I will be changing it slightly, mainly because I did make this little ghost last year, and it's teeny tiny. It's so cute, and as you can see, it has a witch's hat on it. And I quite like the idea of this one, so I'll do something similar where I'll make it black and add a colour to be kind of the edging around it. I don't know if I'll be able to get a buckle like that one, just because I just used embroidery thread for that, a metallic thread that I had, and I don't think it'll quite be big enough to cover this ghost's head. But we'll see, I'll have a look. It might just be like the strap though, so to give you a bit of an idea, it'll look similar to this. It is quite a small hat, but not this small. So yeah, that's my plan with this one. I think that I'll work on that hat maybe tomorrow. We have another slight issue, slight predicament that I need to address. And again, it's down to me not reading the pattern properly. So that slight issue is around, I might not have the right yarn to make the hats. So if you don't know, yarn comes in different weights, and that basically decides how thick it is. So this one is this size and it's super chunky. That's the burnout blanket that I've been using that I've shown you before. But my other yarn that I've got is this, and it's chunky. They look the same, but they're not, I promise. I don't know if holding them together you might be able to see a difference. You might not, but I promise you. Oh, you can kind of tell. I think you can tell. So you can probably tell that this one's thicker than this one. So what that means is that if I use this yarn or some of the other colours that I've got that are in this weight to make the start of the head, it might end up, so I'll be using like the same size hook, so it might end up having like gaps in between because the yarn isn't quite thick enough. I hope that makes sense, but we're going to go for it. We're going to give it a go. And the reason that I want to do that today is just in case I do need to order some other yarn that's this size. It will give me time to do that. I need to kind of gather that information now rather than doing it last minute and not having the right yarn or enough time to get the right yarn. So that's the plan for this evening. I don't think I'm gonna film every single step. You've sort of seen the gist of how the ghost is made, and it won't be that much different. So I'm not gonna film all of it, but I will keep checking in on you. And I do just want to show Lily really quick. Oh, look at you. You are being so sweet. She's very tired. Oh, she wants some belly tickles. She wants a snooze. She is very sweet. I like that she sat right next to me this time as well. We'll have some cuddles, do some crochet, and watch a bit of YouTube. Okay, so a quick update on where we've gotten. I have started on one of the little hats. I've gone for the bear hat first, mainly because I really like this yarn. So I got this for the first time the other day, and it's this brand. It's called Chenille Love by Rico Design. It's so good. It's really, really good. I'd say it's like similar to the burnout blanket. It just doesn't fray. For all the same reasons that I liked that, this one's really good as well. It seems to be going okay. The hat, it does feel a little bit thin, but I'm happy to keep going. I'm happy to give it a go. I think the main tell will be when I actually stuff it, because it might end up stretching a little bit, but for right now it's looking good. It's looking fine. I'm happy to keep going with it, and I'm currently at a part where I don't need to concentrate too much, so I'm gonna try to crochet and talk at the same time. We'll see how it goes. I might end up frogging because I've made like 20 mistakes, but we're gonna roll with it. I'm just gonna give it a go. So I thought that I would talk a little bit about my hiatus on YouTube. It might be the elephant in the room and people wondering, where have you been? It's been 2 years. So if that doesn't interest you, I'm not offended, don't worry. I will put a time code on to say where I stopped talking about this, so you can skip forward if you want to. But for those who might be curious, there isn't really a big reason why I stopped making videos. I think the main reason was just having the time. I found it increasingly difficult to set the time aside, especially with having a puppy. Even though Lily's 2 now, at the time she was a bit of a handful, which puppies are, and they should be, but it just meant that everything got on top of me a little bit, and I was finding that I had also set myself to a schedule. I wanted to make a video once a month, and because I had done that to myself, nobody held me to it. Nobody would be like, where's the video? You said that you would make a video every month. The only person that cared was me, but I just put a lot of pressure on myself for it, and that led to me not enjoying it as much anymore. It became more of a chore and a stress that I need to find this time to film a video when I feel like I haven't got time to do it, which isn't how a hobby should be. It should be fun. That's the point. So that I'd already spoken about that a little bit, and that was why I decided to move away from the kind of videos that I was making. I was making floss tubes, and by nature they are very time intensive. You film for quite a long time, and then you have to edit all that footage as well. So let's say, for example, you film for 2 hours non-stop. No, I never film for 2 hours. Let's say an hour. I film for about an hour, and then I would have to run through all of that footage to chop it down a bit. So that's another hour on top of that. Then I would run through all of that again and add in all of my extra bits and bobs that I like to do. So that's another hour, and this is minimum because you've got to take that time to actually do the stuff that you're wanting to do. So all in all, it would take a good few hours. And something else that I put pressure on myself for as well was that as soon as I had filmed it, I just had it in my head that it needs to be edited and uploaded right away, because the longer that I sit on it, the more out of date it will be, and then I'll upload it and it will just not be relevant anymore. It will just be completely out of date. So then there's no point. That's how I had it in my head. So it took me a little bit of time to realise, Beth, you're the only person that cares about that. Nobody actually cares. Some people might stumble across your channel a year after the video. It doesn't matter that it's out of date. So that realization helped me, and I've got to give a big shout out to a lot of my friends, especially other friends who do floss tube. Emma and Joe come to mind. So I would see them at retreats and they would talk about how they would have similar pressures or the fact that they were like, I'm not putting that pressure on myself, it doesn't matter. But they had kind of had the same thought process that I had. So that made me feel better, that they would just do it whenever they feel like it. Also, Jess is relatively new to YouTube. This is Cross Stitch Jess. She has basically said at the get-go, I've not got a schedule, I'm just going to make videos when I feel like it. And I think that is the best way to be, and it is something that I'm going to take forward. So something to think about with this video. I'm not making any promises as to when my next video will be, if there will be a next video. I'm just doing what I feel like doing, and we'll see how it goes. So when it comes to Flosstube, I've decided to remove the video where I've said that I'm kind of quitting Flosstube, because I think that what I meant by that was I'm quitting the schedule that I've given myself for Flosstube. I do like Flosstube, and I would like to get back to making another video. It won't have a frequency, it will just be whenever I feel like it, but I do still cross stitch, I still love stitching, and I always loved the aspect of talking about my stitching. I think poor Mark is probably happy that I found an outlet that wasn't just boring him about it. But yeah, I do enjoy talking about it, and I always love the community aspect that Flosstube brings. I always found it was a great way of connecting with people, and I always love talking about the comments that I had received and using those as talking points to talk about things, and shouting out other Flosstubers as well. It just was such a nice community feel that I do feel like isn't in as many places on YouTube. So Flosstube has always got a place in my heart, and I would like to get back to it. So watch this space. I will do my best to try and make another one. I did try working with different formats, so going for more vlogging styles. So I guess that this is probably more of a vlog than sitting down and filming for a big chunk of time and just editing that one instance. So I guess that this is me taking that forward. But even with my vlogs, I ran out of stuff to talk about. I did 2 and then I don't know, I don't have anything else to talk about. I'm just living my life. So the things that I can talk about the most is probably crafts. So that's what this is. But yeah, it has been nice getting back to making videos. I can't believe that it had been 2 years since I had last made one. That has gone so quick. And that also means that Lily is 2 years old now. Sometimes I do look back at those videos that I had when I first got her, and she was so tiny. She was a little puppy, and she has calmed down a lot now. I look back, especially there's one video where I'm like trying to show off my cross stitch, and she's actually like trying to jump up and bite it as I was trying to show it. But they are cute. It is cute to look back on. But yeah, she's so grown up now. She's a mature woman. Sometimes still has her moments where she's a little bit silly, which I love, but yeah, generally she's such a good girl. Honestly, she is just so chilled. She loves being at home, and she loves being like on the sofa and just chilling, to the point where like I'll even say, oh, do you want to go for a walk? And she's not that bothered. Like, she's like, if I have to, like, I make her go for a walk every day. But I think that if I didn't do that, she wouldn't complain. Not that I would. I think it's not fair. I think that she should go and stretch her legs and get some fresh air, just to be fair to her, so she's not cooped up all day. But yeah, she would quite happily just chill all day. Oh, and she is still very playful. She still loves play. She always has loved play. So certainly playing fetch and playing with the ball every day at about 4 or 5 o'clock. She knows my routine with work, and she knows that I'm done with work, so she's ready to play, and she's just trying to entice me to play with the ball or play with the toy or whatever. and I can just tell that that is the favorite part of her day. So that's another way that she gets exercise. She loves playing fetch. And there we go. I've just finished another row, so I will check back in shortly. If you do have any questions or anything about what I've been up to in the last 2 years, feel free to leave them in the comments and I will try and answer them as best as I can. But that's how far we've gotten with the little bear hat ghost so far, and I will check in with you later. Hello. So it has been a good few days since I last spoke to you. It's now Monday, the 7th of October, so it's been about a week since I started this video and started making the ghost plushies. So we're overdue a bit of an update, so let me show you what I've been up to. So with the first ghost that I made, this is the one with the pink eyes, I have made her a little witch's hat to go along with her. I thought that, you know, she was the only one without a hat. She was getting a bit cold, so we've made her just a cute little witch's hat with a purple band around it. So there she is. She's super cute. I believe that I was partway through this one. So this is the one with the bear hat. Look at that little hat. Oh, it's just so cute. I went for blue eyes for this one. And yeah, it's just so adorable. Like, I really love the design on the hat as well. I think it's so cute. So that's the second one we've got with the bear hat. Our third one we have here is the bat hat. So it's literally exactly the same as the bear, but it's got the little wings at the side to make a bat, and I think I prefer this. Oh, I don't know, I do love the bear one though, but I do love the little wings. I think they're so cute. And again, I've tried to get some eyes that match with the hat that they're wearing. So that's ghost number 3. And then now I am partway through ghost number 4, and this is the one with the froggy hat. So we've got green eyes for this one, and I do need to finish off embroidering the froggy hat. He's going to have a little smile and some little cheeks as well, and I think that will be it. I then just need to stuff it and close it up, and then we're going to have 4 ghosts, which is really exciting. This one was a little bit different because you have to glue these eyes in. I think that if you put the backings in, it will sort of warp it and make it a weird shape, but you just glue in the safety eyes into the bobble stitches. So there we go, we're 4 down. I calculated that I think I'll be able to make 5 of these ghosts. So once the froggy's done, I'm going to make 1 more, and we'll see how much yarn I have left. I might just keep that yarn for another project, or I might make another ghost, we'll see. But I did buy some orange yarn specifically to make the cat hat, which I'll show you a picture of. It is super duper cute. But now that I have made this same design 3 times in a row, so it's like just the hat with the bobble stitches at the top, it is all exactly the same. You just embroider it differently to make the different decorations. I do feel like I want a bit of a change. I feel like I want to try one of the different kinds of ghosts, but obviously I want to still make use of the orange yarn that I've bought. So I've decided to go for the pumpkin last. It is going to be slightly different to the picture, which I'll show you here, because the green that I've got is more of a minty green. It's not quite a, I don't know, stem green that is used on the pumpkin, and the orange that I've got as well is a much more brighter orange. It's not an autumnal kind of orange, like a oh, what do they call it? Burnt orange. That's it. It's not a burnt orange, it's an orange. So it will look maybe a bit more cartoony, a little bit different, but that's fine. I'm gonna go with it anyway, and we'll see how it goes. But of course, we need to finish this one, and then it's on to the last ghost. I have honestly loved this project. I think the thing I love the most is just how freaking adorable they are. Look at those, aren't they just the cutest? I can't get over how cute they are. I just keep looking at them all the time and I'm just like, they are just so cute. I have no other words other than, oh, look at it, it's so cute. I see my mum every day. She comes and visits me and we normally take Lily for a walk together. And I feel like a little kid again, where I'm like, Mum, look at what I made. Like, I'm just like, oh, look at it, really cute. I bet she's getting like sick of it. Like, yeah, it looks very similar to the last one. And Mark as well, like in an evening, whenever I finish any of my projects, I've always done this whenever I finish like a crochet project, I just walk upstairs with it like in my hands and just show him it. But he's a really good sport. Like, he is like, oh yeah, they're so cute. So yeah, I think he does quite like it. I think my mum does as well. So yeah, they do humour me, but I guess that this is the beauty of making videos again, that I can gush and talk about my projects. And if you don't want to hear it, you can just skip this bit. But yeah, I am gonna continue to work on this for this evening, and when I see you next, it will probably be when I have all 5 finished. But this will probably take me this evening, and then I seem to take about 2 evenings to make them. From what I can tell, I think it's about 3 hours, maybe 4 hours per ghost. But I don't normally get a full stint of that amount of time in an evening, so it tends to take me 2 evenings. So yeah, unfortunately, I didn't really get like a good stint to just sit and finish these, but that's fine. I'll get there at my own pace. We'll do it. They'll get finished. But I am I'm not stressing. Jess, if you're watching, I'm not stressing. But I have got a holiday coming up next week. Oh, that's the first time I've actually said that out loud. I go on holiday next week. Me and Mark booked to go on holiday. We're going to Fuerteventura, which is very exciting. Get a bit of sunshine. We literally just booked it and then we've not done anything. I haven't got travel insurance. I haven't got a suitcase. I haven't decided what I'm packing. I haven't got any euros. I've done nothing. I'm not prepared at all. I think a lot of people would be packed by now and like ready to go and just waiting, but nope. We are last minute city here. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and crochet rather than do things that I should do. But it'll be fine. I think this video is probably going to come out after I'm back from holiday, because I'm not going to add another task for me to do to finish this and edit it and get it out. So yeah, we'll get there. For now, I'm going to finish this guy. Hello. So it is quite a lot later since I last updated you. It's actually the 28th of October. I've been away on holiday. I had a lovely time. I hope I look slightly less transparent than I normally do. I've got a little bit of a tan. I had a great time. I was really rested. You might be able to tell from my voice though that I did pick up a little bit of a cold from the plane, which is a bit annoying, but it's fine. It was worth it to have a nice break and to go away. An update on the ghosts. I have now completed all of them. I managed to complete 6 in total. I did originally think that it was just going to be 5, but I've done 6 and I have actually got a little bit more yarn left, surprisingly. So I was thinking of making a 7th, but I didn't get time. So we are where we are. I've got 2 that I haven't shown you yet, but I thought it might be fun to do kind of almost like a big final reveal. So let's go to that. So in the end, I made 6 ghosts, and those are the witch hat, the bear hat, the bat hat, the frog hat, the pumpkin hat, and the flower crown. So the last two that I made are here. So first I ended up doing the pumpkin hat, and I am really glad that I did that. I think I mentioned before, didn't I, that I was going to make the cat. But I'm really happy that I made the pumpkin. It changed it up a little bit, and I do think that it is really, really adorable. I ended up going with some orangey yellow eyes to match. So I think he is super duper cute, really adorable, and I also love like the little curly vine on top of his head. So yeah, that's that one. And the second one I decided to make was actually my own little creation. So in the pattern that I've been using from Annie Caraway Art, there isn't actually a flower crown one in there. This is one that I had the idea to make. So I ended up just making a big long chain and attaching some flowers to it. I wanted to go with some kind of Halloweeny colours for the flowers. So I went for the orange, purple, green and grey. And for the eyes, I used the last ones that I hadn't used yet. So that's like this bright magenta pink, which is really, really cute. So those were my final two ghosts. Another update that I have relating to the ghosts is that I actually decided to sell them. This is my first time that I've ever sold anything, to be honest, but certainly any of my craft projects, including crochet or cross stitch. So I had made the 6, but thought that they're just kind of going to gather dust here. So if other people want to give them a good home, I kind of opened it up to that. So I've sold a few over on my Instagram. So as of right now, I only have 3 with me. The other 3 have gone off to their new homes. They've been sent off in the post. The pumpkin one has also sold to my friend Jess. She said that she wanted this one, and I'm going to be seeing her this weekend, so I'm going to bring that along for her. It will be slightly after Halloween, but I don't think Jess minds. So she got the little pumpkin hat ghost, and then these 2 little guys haven't been sold yet, which is fine. I'm quite happy if I do get to keep 1 or 2. But if you are interested, head on over to my Instagram. They are still for sale, so send me a message if you are interested, but if not, don't worry. I have been thinking of maybe converting this one into a witch hat, which should be quite easy because I can just take the flower crown off. So if that interests you as well, let me know. There's absolutely no pressure if you're not interested in buying them, but if you are, head on over to my Instagram and send me a DM and we can sort something out. Either way, I have really enjoyed making these patterns. I adore these little ghosts. They are the cutest. I just love them with their little hats, and it's been so fun to make the different kinds. I love seeing them as a collection together, or 6 of them. So it was really fun to follow the pattern that Annie had created, and then to also get a bit creative myself and make something of my own. I did actually come up with another idea for another hat for the ghosts, and it was more of so like cat ears. So it was going to be like a cat headband with the little cat ears, and I was going to put little whiskers on the little ghost as well with the leftover yarn that I had, but I just didn't have time. I did take it on holiday with me, but I didn't get the opportunity to crochet. So we are where we are. Hopefully next year I'll remember and I can give it a go then and make a little cat ghost as well. There are also loads of other designs in the pattern, including mushroom. I love little mushroomy type stuff. So yeah, I really hope that next year I'll be able to do something similar. Maybe there'll be even more patterns out, so I can make quite a few Halloween ones next year. But this has been so fun. It's also been really fun to get back to vlogging as well. I've enjoyed this format of kind of filming a little bit and then I've been editing it along the way, so it's sort of broken up what I need to do to edit the video. So yeah, all in all, I've had a great time. So I hope you have watching this. I hope that you've had a good time as well. Thank you so much for watching if you've gotten this far. Feel free to subscribe. Like I said at the start, there's no promises as to when my next video will be, but because I've had so much fun, I would really like to get back to making videos. So fingers crossed we can do something like this again. But thanks for joining me. I hope that everybody has a fantastic Halloween. Whatever you're getting up to, let me know in the comments. I think that I will be watching some spooky movies with my friends, so I'm really looking forward to that. And enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much. Bye.